Welcome to the News at 9ish.
Today is Monday, November 11, and it is Veterans Day.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America You may be seated.
Monday, November 11th. Children's Grief Awareness Day is coming next Thursday, November 21st. This week is also the week for the WSSA Cup Stacking Challenge. Let's hear some applause for your classroom if you have gym today. Are you ready to tackle the Cup Stacking Challenge? Let's work together and stack up for Children's Grief Awareness.
Hello and good morning, TVEC, and happy Monday morning to you all. I hope everyone had a great weekend, and also happy Veterans Day. Today is the official Veterans Day on the calendar, but I want to thank you all for such a great performance that you had on Friday, talking to the veterans and their families. They appreciated what you guys did so much, and we're just very thankful for your performance and our celebration. So great job, everyone. You knocked it out of the ballpark. All right, so I'm going to get right into the Pride nominations. This is going over the last 2 weeks because I wasn't able to do videotaping last week. So we have 4 classrooms that tied with 3 nominations each. We have Mrs. Berger's class, Mrs. Schul's class, Mrs. Ace Napier's class, and Miss Campbell's class. So I'm going to read one from each class that was nominated for Pride. So Mrs. Berger's class has repeatedly proven to be responsible and respectful learners. I always look forward to having them in the library. So that's from Mrs. Clemmer, obviously. Mrs. Schul's class, let's see. Class works exceptionally hard at making sure all the recess equipment is picked up at the end of recess. They take pride in taking care of the school's playground. Great job, Mrs. Schul's class. There's another one on this I like too. Miss Schul's class, it says the students look out for each other and take care of each other, which is absolutely awesome to hear. Mrs. A's class, it says that they work hard and make beautiful work for our top red hallway to enjoy. So there's a lot of great artwork out there for Mrs. Ace Napier's class. And Miss Campbell's class, it says I walked past Miss Campbell's class several times this week and everyone was quietly engaged and doing their job so nicely. It was so quiet, I thought the room was empty. So that means, Miss Campbell's class, that you guys are getting your job done and you're learning and you're being respectful. So I really appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to get into the TVECs for the last couple of weeks. We've got a good number of them here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read the names so it goes a little bit quicker. So here are the names of our TVEC winners this month, and then there'll be 5 I'm going to read about the reasons. So it is James Linderman, Margot Reef, Chase Rupert, Addison Austin, Drew Updike, Ben Lilly, Jolene Blazensky, Anaya Walker, Auden Lammy, Yuri Thompson Robinson and Jackson Kubek, Margot Evan, Holden and Ella Stone from Mrs. Lonsdale's class, Griffin Zachman, Blake Werner, Zayden Brown again. You got 2 of them from that week, Zayden, Emily Smith, Chase McCloskey, Faith Wagner, Jack Misavage, Autumn Seas, Evie Seimer, Autumn Smith, Kelly McCune, Brooke Boyle, Logan Hopton, Jason Swigert, Chase Rhodes, Cassidy Bentley, Aisha Patel, and Julia Arokin, Catalea Cintron, Samantha Weibel, Wyatt Evan, Colton Young, and Everett Bennett. So those are our TVEC winners over the last 2 weeks. And I'm going to give 5 different shout outs here. And I'm going to grab my TVECs. All right, the first one is Chase Rupert in Miss DeWolf's class. It says that Chase has gone above and beyond since the beginning of the school year to get all of his work, to give all of his work his best effort. He's done an amazing job following directions, expectations in the classroom, and is consistently doing his best work in whole group, small group, and independent work times. Because of his determination and focus in the classroom, he's already grown leaps and bounds this year. Cannot wait to see what the rest of the year brings for Chase. So Chase, that is absolutely phenomenal. There's a TVEC for you. Jolene Blazensky, this is given by Mrs. Clemmer, and she is in Dr. Burns' class. It says, Jolene has always done a fantastic job in special. She comes prepared, and she's ready to learn. She actively listens and always follows through by doing her job. So, Jolene, keep up the good work. TVEC for you. Anaya Walker. Anaya Walker is in Mrs. Abadusky's class. It says here that Anaya comes to school cheerful and with a smile on her face every day. She has such an upbeat and happy personality, which is contagious to the rest of the class. She is a joy to have in our classroom. So, Anaya, awesome job. TVEC for you. All right, move on to my next page. Blake Warner in Mrs. Rotoloni's class. Blake is great at a lot of things, but he never brags or boasts. He lets his actions speak for themselves. Also, he's always setting goals for himself so he can get better. Setting goals is a great way to reach for the stars and do the best that you can. Love to hear that you're doing that, Blake. TVEC for you. All right, next one, Zayden Brown. Zayden Brown is Mrs. Trofo's class. Zayden had his best week ever in third grade. Worked hard to complete his classwork. He focused, participated during instruction, made good behavior choices, and worked hard to be a good classroom citizen. Keep up the great work, Zayden. Zayden, I know you can do it if you put your mind to it. You got to keep putting your mind to it. It seemed like that week that you did that. So I know you can do it. TVEC for you. Emily Smith in Mrs. Berger's class. Emily tries her best, never ever gives up, and always has a positive attitude. That's great to hear. Emily, that's a TVEC for you. And I think I hit them all. So, again, thank you for a great Veterans Day. I hope you have an awesome week this week and keep doing your best work. It's important. You're in school for a reason. That reason is to learn. Okay, so remember, treat yourself well and always be kind to others. Take care, TVC.
Today's quote is, "We rise by lifting others." Discuss ways that you encourage others and how that makes you feel.